Dustin, you gotta send us a link.
I'll send you a link. I think we're live, guys. So
awesome.
Good evening, everybody. Tonight we're talking about the TrackDay Circus. I'm live with Coop DeVille, I guess his nickname is, or whatever. Matt Cooper, he's out of Colorado, Legion Moto. And then Richard Sweet Baby Jesus Findlay out of Vegas. And he's the main guy, the head boss, whatever, man of Apex Assassins, right? What's up, guys?
What's up? Thanks for having us.
Yeah, so, we're kind of talking about this whole TrackDay Circus madness that we've got going on this summer. And, at least from my perspective, I've been kind of promising my customers this year that we were going to keep them busy riding all kinds of stuff all year so they don't really have any excuses to ride with anyone else. So I still consider this part of that, right? So little road trip to outside of Salt Lake City sounds like a good time.
Absolutely.
So
Salt Lake City is pretty nice in July.
It is.
We typically don't run anything June, July, or August, and it's just 250 degrees here in Vegas, and Chuckwalla, Willow Springs, they're all just, everything's just so hot.
Yeah,
it's good. Make a nice trip, and get out of the heat, dude. It's gonna be nice.
Yeah, it's been a minute. I haven't been to that particular place since like 2011 or something. And it was still called Miller Motorsports Park back then. But I do remember several epic road trips with my buddies to go there, World Superbike, right? And then a bunch of Yamaha owners track days. So, got quite a few laps there. It's been a decade, but I've got a lot of laps there.
Right.
How long is that drive for you, Dustin?
From my house, it's probably 11 hours with the trailer.
Okay.
So it's a hike, dude. I mean, it's, it takes me from here about 8 hours with the trailer to go to Thunder Hill. So, right. I mean, yeah, it's a hike, dude. But I tell you what, man, it's super worth it. Like, if you've never ridden that place before, that's a whole nother deal.
It's a phenomenal facility. The facility in general is just, it's amazing. They spent so much money building that thing. It was like, I'm in construction, and when we go over budget, it's usually a bad thing. But that guy was just like, yep, we need this, we need 115 garages out there. It's like, okay.
Yeah. Like Grand Prix garages that go right onto the hot pit lane, right?
The Gucci garages, they call them, They're fantastic.
Yeah, that's one of the things I noticed when we rode there with the Yamaha guys, and I mean, the straightaway there, I joked with you guys, like it's long enough to like microwave a burrito and eat it, depending on what you're riding, right?
Right. If you're on a 400, wow.
Yeah, right. I mean,
you'll get there eventually.
We helped a couple of the KTM Cup kids a few years ago, and they were racing at that place still. I don't remember if it was called Miller yet, or if it was Utah Motorsports Campus now. Mm-hmm. I don't know what they called it, but they were racing like those KTM 390s there. I could only imagine how long it takes those things to get down the straightaway.
I mean, you're coming out of that last turn onto the straight, like you're already in third gear, right? I mean, that's not a slow corner to begin with, and then you feed onto the straightaway, and you're already almost pinned out on those things.
Yeah. Yeah. Head gasket. Right. Well, if you're on a KTM 390, head gasket for sure, right?
Maybe all those R6 owners will really see if their bike hits 200 miles an hour,
Well, I mean the R6 guys from TrackDay Junkies Unleashed or whatever.
TDJ, dude. Shout out to TDJ.
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, so we're going to this great facility with this huge, what is it, like Do you know the mileage on this layout, the perimeter track, Coop?
It's just over 3 miles, like 3.48 miles.
That's a healthy size.
It is huge. I think it's depending on what you count it, it's a good, gosh, I think 14 turns.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Because they're always like A and B, like turn 3, A.
Right. They have a
B, right?
kink in the, they have a kink just after 2L turn. But if you count that, I don't count that.
It's so weird. Like we have to remember the names of these turns. You know,
Yeah, there's some crazy turns.
There's like a couple that I remember. I mean, Findlay, I don't know if you've been there, but obviously there's the attitudes. I mean, that's
definitely one of my favorite parts of the track. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. And I don't know if you know this, but the first time I met Richard was out at UMC. He was wearing a dress, actually.
Oh.
You know what? I'll say this about those Apex dudes. They know how to party. Like, you know, if you're talking about track day group stuff and shenanigans, like those Apex Assassins dudes, they kind of party at the A group level. I mean, you know, they are definitely not beginners at the party game. Like, for some reason though, Richard ends up being kind of like at the losing end of these ridiculous bets.
I've never won one of the bets. Like every single bet that we make, I always end up losing it. It sucks.
Do you still have the belly button piercing?
That one I'm protesting because
man.
Yeah, see, Coop, like this guy, I mean, he agrees to the most ridiculous nonsense and loses every time.
Yeah, I think the last time I was down at a Vegas day with him, we ended up, tattoos were involved, which we haven't quite settled up on yet.
Oh.
Yeah, what happened? You know what?
You guys are idiots.
Well, I wasn't involved in that bet. That wasn't my bet.
No, yeah.
I get it. Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about the track day circus. Yeah, I mean, the collab thing, you know, Richard and I, we've been scumbagging each other into doing some kind of collab event for a couple of years now. And originally we were talking about going to the Ridge, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was going to be one of those far away tracks, either the, you know, Thunder Hill. I think we talked about Thunder Hill for a little bit too, you know. But yeah, then, you know, we went up to Utah last year, a bunch of the Apex crew. We went up there last year and we raced a little bit, and I was like, holy crap, like this place is awesome, man. And you know, then, you know, no one runs the perimeter course, and I was like, dude, we should fucking run the perimeter course, man. Like let's do it. And then you know, then that conversation got spurred up again, dude, and here we are. We made it happen, dude.
Well, I remember when you made the call, you and I were talking about it, and I was like, yeah, dude, let's do this. So it took a little bit, right? And then you're like, hey, is it cool if this Coop guy from Colorado comes in on it? I was like, yes. You know, like I love how this thing came to fruition. I didn't even know who the hell Coop was. You know, I mean, I asked around, you know, and some of my friends said some good things about Coop. So I was like, okay, we're safe. You know, that's about it. I mean, basically Mark Schellinger from Champ School and Lewis Ferrari co-signed for you, dude.
Awesome. Those both good dudes. Thank you.
So,
dude, you know, Coop's crew, and I know you haven't met any of them, Dustin, but Coop's crew is really cool too, man.
Yeah.
They're hooligans, and they like to party just as hard as the Apex boys.
Yeah,
maybe not as hard.
I feel like the old man in this group, man, because I don't do any of that. Like I don't do any of that stuff. Like I just ride motorcycles and do wheelies. Like I'm not a party guy anymore. But I'm like in my mid 40s. Like you guys are kids.
I'm gonna learn how to wheelie at the TrackDay Circus, just so you guys know. So
I'm right there with you, man.
Yeah.
We'll do them tandem.
Oh man, that you know. I mean, let's talk about that, right? I mean, the Circus, it's a track day, right?
Yep.
It's a road trip track day event, though. It's not just the track day. What else do we got going on, Rich?
I mean, we got the vendor row is amazing, but we got, carnival games. We got lots of prizes. We got a dunk tank. That's going to be pretty cool. I think we should, with the straightaway being what it is too, I think we should maybe give away a few little prizes for that super long straight.
What are we gonna radar gun at the end of the?
We have one, just so you know. One will be there.
Coop's got one, dude.
You got a radar gun at the end of the straightaway.
Radar gun. I don't think we'll tell.
You got a dyno printout from your buddy's downhill dyno, but yeah, that's a good idea, dude.
Yeah, top trap speed.
I know you mentioned the wheelie guy, right? I mean,
Patrick.
We got Patrick coming out. He's going to be doing free demo, free wheelie lessons to any customer that wants to jump on that little contraption that he's got. And I think that is badass. I've never jumped on one of those, but it should be pretty fun, man.
Oh my God, you.
Oh, dude, seriously?
I know, right? Jesus. I'm gonna blame Steven Ludwig for that. But yeah, so Patrick Stevens, that dude's out of Texas or something, and he's gonna drive out, and I guess he and his wife are gonna come out and do that whole thing. He's got this, I think it's a TTR. I don't know if it's a 225 or what, but he's got this giant like sled contraption thing that is attached to it, and he's got a couple of them. So I mean, everybody, I think he'll take like 15, maybe 30 minutes with you, 2 people at a time, and just everybody is going to have up. Even if Gil shows up, Gil is going to wheelie, right?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Dude, that guy's been doing wheelies and stunts. I mean, since way back in the day. I don't know if you remember him in I feel like he was always on that Super Street. Remember that magazine publication back in the day?
Street bike. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, like that dude's Patrick Stevens, that dude's been around for a minute,
Dude, the old school videos,
like JP days,
yeah,
like the OG stunt guys, like Jason Britton and Kane, whatever his name was, and I don't know, there's a whole bunch of those dudes, but like
that was back when that's back when it was cool to have like furry bikes.
Oh my God.
Free bikes,
the paint would be like
spikes,
a fucking cheater or something.
Yeah, I mean, when we first started going out to that track of the desert, I don't go anymore. There was a guy that used to go, and he used to show up with like a Wookiee bike, like straight up. His bike looked like a Wookiee. Like
that's awesome.
Fur all over the thing. So yeah, and I had a TrackDaz dude, like 2010, I think, or 09 or something, and he had a coarse metal flake paint job with a zebra print seat, like a fur seat.
Sweet.
Yeah,
we should bring that back, dude. Aren't you? You're doing metal flake on your bike, dude. Maybe we should put some fur on it, man.
Oh, dude, if I put fur on my bike, do you think Stan Bowley would have my head on a stick at the shop?
Dude, just make it like do the attack logo, but make the logo furry.
Oh yeah, I definitely would have my head on a stick then. There's no way.
Until you start a trend.
No, dude, no. I'll admit that I'm a scumbag, but I'm not that big of a scumbag.
So who else we got coming out here, man? Let's see. What are the names? We got Aaron Colton. Yeah.
Yeah. I talked to Aaron Colton. I kind of threw it at him, and he was like, yeah, man, let's do it. And he's like, I'll put it on my schedule right now.
Nice.
And little history with that dude. I remember that guy when he was a kid racing 600s, and I was doing tech for WSMC, and he'd roll through the pits. He's a little guy on a 600, and he was a ripper. And I don't know what happened. I didn't know he got out of racing, and then all of a sudden he was like big time in the stunt scene, and still doing that today. He's making a living off of that. So good on him.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Maybe he'll bring one of his things and do like a show for us or something.
Yeah, that'd be badass. We got the that little spot behind the big grandstands on the straightaway there, so I figure that'll be a good spot for all that. It'd be fun, man.
So should we have like a burnout contest or something? Like, what are we gonna do there?
I don't know, man. It's wide open. It's the Wild West out in Utah, man. COVID doesn't exist there. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's like America.
Oh man.
Yeah, so just a couple of things I kind of wrote down. Obviously we talked about the characteristics of the track or whatever, and the fact that the racetrack's pretty cool with us with just about anything, right? I mean, have they said no to anything yet?
Not yet. Last time I talked to the track, they were still like, "Hey, I don't know if you're going to get that many people coming out here, and we've never had that many people do stuff like this." And I'm like, "This is going to be a different level, man. It's going to be nuts." So it should be exciting, man. They might even let us back.
So you said, I think we've been talking before. There was some chatter. I can't remember which one of you guys talked about this, but I guess there's maybe a local cars and coffee thing going to happen too.
Yeah, that's my next thing I'm working on. I want to get. I'm talking to a few people out there. I want to get the cars and coffee that's in Salt Lake to come to the track that weekend and do just the paddock there is 250 acres.
Yeah.
It's huge. So I was like, man, we should just do a cars and coffee, get a bunch of people out there, bring some badass cars. And, there's a lot of custom car manufacturers up there in that Salt Lake area between the Diesel Brothers and the Kindig Motorsports or Kindig Design or whatever he calls it. There's a lot of talent up there and a lot of really cool cars, man. So I think that would be really cool. Have
So
a little
don't be
cars and coffee thing
surprised,
set up.
when you see some of these people out there. I think this is one of those events you're going to be out there in the paddock and you're going to be like, holy shit, that's so and so. You know what I mean?
I wonder, when it was still Miller, they had a Miller auto museum there. Do they still have the museum there, or?
I don't think so. I think they have the cars and stuff, but I don't think the museum is open. I know they still have all the cars. But
okay.
Can you walk through the museum and stuff? Can you still do that, Coop? Do you know?
I don't know. I thought for sure they still had it, but I mean,
that's something we maybe should check out. I mean, that guy had all those 8 million GT40s.
Yeah. I mean, last year with everything going on there.
Yeah.
Not much was open. So
yeah,
that could have just been it.
Yeah, it could be that too.
I mean, because you got the go-kart track there.
I don't think the Millers have anything to do with the place anymore, right? So
no. Dude, the track itself has changed hands a bunch of different times now. And I don't even know what the story is anymore. I know the city owned it for a while, and then some other company came in and bought it, and it's just it's a beautiful facility, man. It's amazing. It's in a place where you can't really do stuff motorsport related, 8 months out of the year. So it's it's really nice in the summer.
There's a commenter on YouTube named Barry saying that it's that he knows from experience that they don't allow static burnouts. I'm like, what?
Yeah. This is America.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. So I guess are people people will be able to rent garages directly from the place or what?
Correct. Yeah. And I've had some people ask about that. It's not up on their site right now. If you go up on UMC's site, there's a spot where you can reserve, and then it was being handled by a third party reserve RV America.
RV rental thing or something.
And it's not up right now, but I mean, it'll be up here shortly, I hope.
So the participants can rent a GP garage, for instance.
Yeah, so you got the GP, the Gucci garages, which cool. Dude, they're sick, man. I think last year they were $200.
Yeah.
I mean, you split that with a couple buddies and it's pretty cheap.
Right.
I mean, and you're looking at the same garages as Coda, for $300 less. So
yeah.
Well, and then you got the day garages too, which is just wide open. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
I also got a bunch of rooms reserved at the the Holiday Inn Express there
by the airport.
No, in Tooele. It's 10 minutes.
Wow, it's Tooele proper.
So yeah, I think we got a bunch of rooms there too. So as soon as they email me the code, we'll post that out, and everybody gets a little group discount. And it's 10 minutes away from the track. It's right down the street. So that's another cool thing. I don't know. It's a nice hotel. I stayed there last year when we went and raced there. That's where we stayed. It was a nice hotel, man. So I gave him a call.
When we went to Miller all the time, I had a friend of mine. He had a house in I can't remember. I don't know. Utah is like whatever. It's like another one of those towns south of Salt Lake. I can't remember the name of it, but he has a house there. So he was just like, come on over. So that's where we pretty much crashed.
Yeah, there's plenty. If you're not bringing your RV or whatever, there's plenty of places to stay, hotels, Airbnbs, you name it.
Yeah, I mean, Salt Lake City, for the people that aren't from that area, the one thing I do remember about Salt Lake City was that the beer was weak.
Yeah, you gotta bring your own beer. So the Apex crew, we actually have a whole trailer that we just bought for our beer, so we don't have to drink the Utah beer. So
that's not surprising.
It's just
so what you're
really
really saying is you've got a trailer full of White Claw.
Whoa. Half the trailer's White Claw.
Half the trailer.
Okay. Nice. Okay, so we had some guests coming too, yeah? Like special guests.
Who's that one guy? Who's that one dude? He's real short.
Which one?
Josh something.
Oh, Herrin. That's right. Yeah, man.
That's right.
Oh, that Yamaha. Yeah. I think he's going to make an appearance.
Like world record holder for dragging his elbow on the ground.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Dude, it was crazy.
What turn was that?
He did it counterclockwise, the Riverside corner.
Riverside counterclockwise.
Yeah. So, dude, he'd go through there, and that R6 sounded like it was gonna blow up. I mean, he's screaming, and his elbow is like you could tell he's like forcing it into the ground. It's just like, oh shit.
Because it had to be for a certain length, right? At a certain.
Oh yeah,
speed.
dude. It was like, I want to say it was like 30 meters.
Yeah.
And I mean, he made 8 million attempts at it, and
isn't a meter
faster, it was like a guy with our walkie-talkie is like, dude, you gotta go faster. And he's like, but it's gnarly.
Yeah, man.
I can only imagine. So yeah, so Herrin's gonna come, and what's he gonna do? Is he gonna do like a seminar or something? What's he gonna do?
From talking with him, hoping he's going to just come out, just kind of answer some questions, talk about how's the season's going, what it's like being a Moto America superbike rider, give some pointers, some tips here and there, kind of a little couple question sessions here and there, and you'll get to see him out there on track. So yeah.
So
cool,
who else do we have? So we have Aaron Colton, we have Josh Herrin, and we have that Patrick Stevens guy.
Yeah, we got YCRS in the house.
Oh, Yamaha Champ School. Are they going to do demos?
I'm not sure yet. We're working on that right now. I'm pretty sure we can get them to come out do the demos. But yeah, we'll have a coaching, particularly for C group for all our new riders. So if you're a new rider and you're like, oh man, thinking about coming out, this is the spot for you. You're gonna be taken care of.
Yeah.
So
let's talk about the vendors a little bit, Richard. I know you've been kind of wrangling a bunch of vendors. I know that Moto Station, the local dudes up there, they're gonna kind of do the Pirelli tire service, right?
Yeah, Moto Station's doing Pirellis. They're coming out. We got Trackstar. I'm pretty sure they're the Dunlop guys out there, the Trackstar guys. So we got all the different tires. Michelin. I want to get Michelin out there too, because people run those things too. So we picked up Moto United up there, which is a Yamaha Kawasaki dealership up there. They're going to come out and have some stuff on display. One of the companies out here in Vegas is going to make the trek all the way up there. Bellissimoto, Randy with Legion Moto. Nice. They're coming in, and And Randy's like, man, this sounds awesome. Just tell me what you want me to do. I'll do anything, man. Like, let's blow this thing up. And I'm like, cool. So Randy's on board. We've been dealing with those guys for a long time, and we really like Legion Moto. I've been talking with that Rockwell company up there too. Rockwell, like watches and sunglasses and stuff. So trying to get those guys out. It's just going to be cool, man. And of course, like we have Randy. You guys know Randy with 619.
Yeah.
He goes everywhere. That guy literally left Chuckwalla on Friday and went all the way to Coda.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
I saw him posting pictures from Coda. I didn't realize he was there.
Yeah. He literally left Chuckwalla, and I'm like, dude, where are you going, man? He's like, dude, I got to drive to Coda. I'm like, where's that? He's like, Coda, like in Austin, Texas. I was like, get out of here.
Yeah, so there'll be bike rentals, suit rentals. I mean, you can literally fly in the Salt Lake, come out, get a bike, get a suit, get the gear you need, hit the track, get some coaching.
I think Alpine Stars is coming too, yeah?
I actually just saw Heath Kofrain yesterday. So, yeah, we're trying to get them out. We'll have Dionysi out there too. So Dionysi will be out there.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And Mythos, right?
And Mythos, yep.
Yeah. Is out
there. I know Ken was talking about driving his rig up there and being able to do measurements and stuff for people if they want a custom suit with the Tech Air vest in it.
Oh.
And dropped his
dude, when it tipped over, it sounded like he puked.
It did.
We got Aprilia demos coming out too. We got local Imperial sport bikes here who we use at all our events, coming out with bringing all their Aprilias out. So
they're gonna bring the thing out. Everybody's talking about that thing for the Moto America stuff, right?
If they have one, they'll be bringing it out. Yeah,
that's an awesome bike, man. We just we spent a whole day with Aprilia at Button Willow, and that little 660 it's a ripper, man. It's fun. Yeah. A fun bike.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice. Okay, so we've got some vendors. So how much is this day? Like, if you're going to come out for each day, what's it going to cost us? The customer signed up.
$365.
Okay, so you get all that for $365.
Yep. Yeah. Honestly, it's a pretty killer deal. I think a normal track day out there, I mean, you're looking at, number one, it's the outer course, which is something that just doesn't get run much anymore. I think they're maybe doing it once, and that's if you're racing. There's one other track day, doing it. Otherwise, you just don't get to ride the course,
Right.
It's a world-class facility. I mean, you compare it to, the likes of Coda, where you're paying $500, so.
Right.
So yeah, well worth the money, especially for everything we're offering, the coaching, everything you get to do.
If I'm not mistaken, this thing's like already about a third full, right?
It's filling up quick.
Lots or something quick.
So basically what you're saying is that if you want to do this day, you better freaking sign up, right?
Yeah.
It will sell out. Like, you don't want to be that scumbag that's on the waiting list trying to get in, right? Because you're not going to drive 12 hours hoping you'll get in.
Yeah, no, dude.
If you're a track day guy and you miss this event, I mean, I think you're going to be kicking your ass for the next couple, until the next one. So
yeah, for sure.
It's going to be huge, man. It's going to be, we'll knock it out of the park, man. We always put on a good show. I know track days. I mean, shit, Dustin, my first track day was with you. Coop, I know those guys run good track days, and the Apex people, they love us, so they love our product, and I think we'll put on a good show out there, and it's gonna be a good time, man. It's gonna go down in history as a good one.
Oh, Barry is saying that Michelin is Jeff Rydell from Toxic Moto.
Toxic Moto, that's right. Actually, that was card. I ran Michelin last year.
So, there was one last thing, though. I really wanted to swing about this because you really made a big deal out of it. And I don't know if you've secured this or not. Is it kosher to talk about explosives?
Still working on that. The permit is easy. But yeah, as long as we are legal in the city of Salt Lake, yeah, there might be a little pyrotechnic show in the evening.
So
we also got some
Saturday night or what?
So yeah, Friday night and Saturday night.
Oh, both nights. Okay.
Both nights, man. It's gonna be it'll be a good one, man. We're gonna do some live music there too, a little barbecue and some live music and maybe a little fireworks show.
And so you get all of that for $365. Dude, that's a hell of a deal, man. Like,
dude,
I'll
sign up right now.
Like, are we just like, are we not gonna make any money at this?
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Well, you know what?
Yeah.
I think we pretty much covered everything. You know, I mean, the biggest thing for me, obviously, is just getting to ride that track. You know, I mean, it's so good. You know, the perimeter track.
It's a beautiful track.
Yeah,
it's just a beautiful. I ran the East course. I've ran the West course. I've never ran the perimeter, but you know, it's kind of just the best of both worlds, man. That the facility is awesome. The pavement's perfect. There's no bumps. It's, you know, I hear Coda's a little bumpy. I've never been there either.
Coda is bumpy. In comparison, I will say the track surface at UMC is much better.
Up notch.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, the great thing about it is it's not only it's 3.5 miles or whatever, right? But you get such a good mix of like super fast flowing stuff and then like a damn near a U-turn, technical, hard on the brakes shenanigans.
Yeah, it's one of the
wheeling at the exits sometimes, you know, I mean, who, me?
You wheeling on the exit?
Ever. So, I mean, it just, there's so many things there, that characteristics of the track that just make that place so much fun to ride. And if you haven't been to what used to be Miller or UMC now, you're really missing out, man. I get it. You could drive 3 hours and go to just about any track if you're here in Southern California, right? I mean, you know, within a 3-hour drive, you've got Buttonwillow Raceway, you've got Willow Springs, Streets of Willow, you've got Fontana, you got Chuckwalla, Pahrump, right? I mean, you know, 3 to 5 hours. Vegas. You got a lot of options in local places, and none of them have anything close to what UMC offers. So,
I mean, for the you know, for the drive, the amount of drive from Vegas. Look, all the there's going to be a lot of Vegas people out there. Vegas, it's a 6-hour drive. It's farther. It's just as far to go to Buttonwillow for all the people in Vegas as it is to go to Utah. I don't know how long it is from Denver. How long is it from Denver, Coop?
I think it's like maybe 8 hours, 8.5, 9, 10 hours. I don't know, somewhere around there. It goes pretty quick.
Right?
Yeah. I don't know if I buy that, Coop, but
I'm gonna have to go. I'm questioning myself because I'm like, is it? I think it's like 10
I don't know
hours.
if I buy it. It goes by quick.
It goes by quick. You're there. You know what I do love about going out there is you're there within within a day. And even I'll be racing out there this year, and they've got a 1-day program, so it's nice. Drive out there, race, come back. You know. So
yeah, I think we're gonna haul the TrackDaz rig full of Yamahas out there, and you know, I think I'll be road tripping with some of the crew, the TrackDaz crew, and then I think my wife and some of the wives are just gonna fly in.
That's the way to go, man. That's the way to go.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it just seems like that makes way more sense.
All the wives like to fly in.
Yeah, like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna sit in the car with a bunch of dudes for 12 hours. That sounds like a great time for the wife, right?
Road photos.
Yeah, so I mean, I think if you're, like you said, a lot of tracks aren't even operating in the summertime for the most part, right? Because it's super hot and whatever. I think it's a holiday weekend, so you probably have that Friday off anyway. So take Thursday off too, man, and come out and ride. And then take your time getting home on Sunday. You know, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, that's what's cool about this.
Worked out perfect.
Say that again, Findlay.
Oh, I tell you, it kind of worked out perfect with the Friday, Saturday thing, you know, being on a holiday weekend. And then, you know, we're the whole Apex crew, we're all staying there for Sunday and just doing 4th of July up there and driving back. You know, it'll be fun. We're going to race some go-karts. The go-kart track's going to be hitting hard.
Yeah, I mean, that place, if I recall correctly, they have a go-kart track, basketball courts, motocross track. I mean, we could really
have a gondola, I'm pretty sure.
A what?
A gondola. Is that a gondola? Is that what that is in the back there? I'm pretty sure it is. A gondola. It takes you up. It's like
no way.
Yeah, dude.
You serious?
Really?
Yeah, you never noticed that in the back right behind where the go-kart is.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, I've never seen it operating.
Yeah, I mean, I know.
What is that?
I know they do. I mean, they used to do a lot of off-road stuff. You know, they had like an off-road course and like
well, there was like the Nitro Circus thing was be there.
I think those Hoonigan racing dudes do some testing there as well, right? I mean, I think those donuts on the pavement there.
Wait, so he does burnouts, but we can't?
You know, they're not static burnouts. That guy said static specifically.
Good point.
Let's see if there's any more comments here on that, because I'm curious now. Yeah, somebody's like go-karts. Yeah, they'd rather have them fly. Oh, it's a zip line actually. Barry
zip line, okay.
Zip line.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that kind of be interesting. So I mean, dude, that's all kinds of crap that you can participate in, and you know, when you're not riding a motorcycle, you could go and act a fool in a go-kart, I guess.
Yeah, there's going to be a ton of stuff. So just so people are aware, I mean, this is hey, bring your family, you know, for your kids, all kinds of stuff. There's going to be so much to do.
We got 5 or 6 carnival games in the dunk tank with prizes for everyone. So it'll be fun for the family, dude. With that facility up there and what we got going on, I expect to see a lot of little ones out there having a good time. And the little kids can ride in the go-karts too, man. Me and my son went up there last year and we had a blast riding those go-karts. It was a good time. Those go-karts are rad.
So the dunk tank thing, I mean, you know, I'm guessing the 3 of us are going to get targeted for that, right?
Yeah. And Josh Herrin's going to be there. I'm going to dunk that dude too. So.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I let him know that was happening. He didn't respond.
Yeah.
It's happening.
He'll do it. He's a goer, man. Like that dude he'll go. He'll do it. You know, we'll just we'll make it about a charity or something.
Right. You got to do it.
Jurassic World Action Fund or something.
For the kids.
Yeah, it's for the kids. You know, of course. Yeah, I think all of those things are going to make this event just ridiculously fun, and there's absolutely no reason why you should be doing anything else that weekend. If you ride a motorcycle, you should be signing up.
Yeah, if you ride a motorcycle, you should definitely be there, man. We got a couple of photographers out there too. So
yeah,
we got a couple. Dylan with Eternal Visions is coming out, and then Coop, one of your photographers.
Yeah, Brandon, man, he's pretty phenomenal. He'll be out there. And I think one other.
Ducati Fox says that they're totally dunking me. So yeah, thanks.
Ducati Fox?
Ducati Fox.
Oh, that's Stacy.
Oh, is that wait, is that
that's
yeah. Yeah, apparently I'm getting dunked.
Oh, you're getting dunked.
Yeah. We should have like an internal contest to see who gets dunked the most.
I like it.
I'll probably say it's gonna be you.
Probably. God damn it. Yeah, I mean, I've been around for a minute. Let's see.
This is wheeling past me while you're doing a 2-up ride.
Do what? What'd you say?
I said that's for wheeling past me while doing a 2-up ride. Jerk.
Yeah, that sometimes happens. Although, you know, I
speaking of, you're
Yeah,
doing
I'll do
two-ups,
two-up
right?
rides for that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Can't believe we
That's
didn't
what I have
mention
that thing for, of course.
Shit, I'll jump on the back with you down that straight.
Dude, I tell you what, man, that's something that not everybody does. It's an acquired taste, I guess. The biggest thing for me, you know, when I do those two-up rides, it's not really to scare the shit out of somebody. Like, that's not really my goal. And if you've seen the pictures, dude, I'm not hanging off. I'm total center of the seat, you know, just putting the bike in the right spot, basically, right? And you know, it's interesting. Some people are like super into it and it helps them a ton. Other people are locked up and, you know, they got like a mohawk on the seat after they get off. So, I mean, it's, you know, it's a good mix, I guess. But I will tell you this, like, I worked for Champ School last beginning of the month, and iNotch pulled me aside and was like, look, dude, Ixnay on the Eliways, you know? So like, I really had to work to sort of behave myself when I was working for the school, you know? But yeah, I mean, it seemed like everybody had a good time doing that. So yeah, I'll definitely do two-up rides for the circus. No problem. Maybe we'll throw my two-up sled at Aaron and let him do it.
All right. Johnny will probably bring his XR out and do some two-ups too, man. He loves that XR. It's like a couch, dude. I'm pretty sure it has refrigerators in the back on the bags.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a BMW like S1000 motor in a, you know, sport bike.
Okay.
That's our two-up sled, and Johnny has done plenty of those, and it's always a good time.
Oh, nice.
He's our two-up guy.
And Ducati Fox says the two-up thing will be the fastest coupe's ever been. So.
Oh shit!
Wow. The mudslinging.
Oh man.
The mudslinging.
It's harsh.
I don't know about a shootout. I don't know what that is. Somebody's asking about doing a shootout. They're saying, let's see, there's a skydiving place about 5 minutes away from the track, supposedly.
Ooh.
Dude,
I
don't even like to fly in a regular like commercial plane, dude. I'm not getting in a plane and jumping out of it. That's dumb.
Dude, that might be one of the bets.
Dude, I got a buddy who's been wanting to, he skydives regularly, and we always thought it would be kick-ass to skydive in his suit, right? Land at the track, jump on the bike, do the track day. So that's a hell of an idea. Maybe you might see that.
So just a heads up, Barry says they'll also have leathers and some fluids for people too there for the event.
That's awesome.
The rolling burnouts are cool. Check. That's SoCal Apin.
Check.
Is Chris Binker wants to know if there's a corner that I haven't wheelied out of yet. I respond to Binker as challenge accepted. I'm just kind of going through the comments here. Yeah, Barry says it's Utah and they thrive on bald eagles and freedom. So there you go.
That's right.
I'm just kind of going through the list of commentary here.
Barry is the Moto United guy, by the way.
Okay, so Binker wants it to be a two-up race. Dude, it's not a race. Like, we're not racing this weekend. That's a whole nother level of liability. Trust me, I know. But yeah, I don't think we're gonna do any racing, are we? Or are we doing the
foot race?
Apex? What?
I'll foot race you in the pits.
Oh, I don't know if that's a good idea, bro. Bicycle race you.
Yeah.
Running sucks. Dude, both of you guys are in the military. You guys know running sucks.
I'm not in the military.
You weren't in the military?
No.
Oh, for some reason I thought you were. I'm pretty sure Coop was in the military or was.
Yeah, for a little while.
Yeah, so he for sure knows running sucks.
Oh yeah, running does suck.
Oh, look, Shred Moto is on. Maybe we can get some Harleys out there.
We're definitely getting Harleys out there.
Dude, Tony Shreds and those guys. I mean, Tony and Eric, you guys know both those guys, right?
Oh, yeah.
Coop, have you met these guys?
I haven't met
Tony
these guys,
Shreds
no.
and Jiffy Tune, right?
They were just out at Chuck Wall. There were some.
Is that who was out there on the track?
Yep, the guys that were out there on those big old freaking Harleys, man. They're badass, dude. Tony, Eric, and Lucas, man, they're just fucking awesome.
Dude,
Yeah,
there's
those
one
guys.
guy out there.
Those guys about 3 or 4 years ago, they called me up and said, they asked me if it was cool to bring Harleys on the track, and I don't know, a bunch of orgs I guess they talked to said no freaking way, and I was like, sure, come on out. And it's like ever since then, those guys have kind of become monsters, and they both of those idiots raced at Laguna last year, which is
and they did exceptional, man. They were out there with some
dude. And you know what? It's shocking. It's shocking how fast some of those guys were at Laguna. I mean, the lap times they were doing. I mean, there's a lot of people smack talking those guys. And those people smack talking couldn't do those times on their sport bike. So
not even.
But yeah, like Tony and Eric are super into that. So I'm sure it would be awesome to see those guys out there ripping around. They definitely have paid their dues. They're racing. They're bringing new blood into the sport every month, basically. I know Tony hit me up about my next new racer thing. So I was like, yeah, I guess there's a bunch of them trying to get licensed before their bagger thing at UMC, I think. So yeah, I mean, it's it's incredible that there's so many different, like, honestly, dude, I don't give a shit what bike you're on. As long as you sign up and ride, like, doesn't matter if you're on like a adventure touring bike or a cruiser or whatever, a bagger. The one thing that guys have that, riders have at the end of a track day is the same stupid smile on their face, right?
Yep.
So I was like, yeah, come on out. It's kind of funny. Like, I'd never expected them to want to go racing, but, kind of push them. And when I had the idea to do that CRA thing, I started talking to those guys like a year ago, almost. So, I mean, literally, in the pits, Chuck Wall on a race week, and I'm like, hey guys, what do you think? I'm doing this thing. What do you think about making a race class for you guys? And they're like, hell yeah. So, the new club has an American Iron class for those guys.
That's awesome, man.
I think we're gonna have a scrambler class, which is like for Sportsters and Ducati scramblers and that kind of crap. And then there's like a straight up baggers. American Iron baggers, American Iron scramblers. So,
Dude, last weekend there was a NRS at Chuck, and he was on this big bagger. It was that I forget his name. He's like a stunner guy. He does stunt stuff on the big Harleys and stuff. I forget his name. Somebody will post it in the comments and call me an idiot. But dude, he did the longest burnout at the start of the race. He just did this rolling burnout. You can see everybody wheelie,
Yeah.
And this guy laid down a fat piece of rubber, dude. It was so awesome. He was just like, just stood the bike down. It was cool, man. It was really cool.
So, basically what I'm saying is for this event specifically, and just about any track day, I think you guys both agree with that, right? I mean, you're all welcome to come out and ride. We don't really care what your bike looks like. We don't have any rules against ugly. The thing just has to work right. And, whether it's a sport bike, an upright bike, a cruiser, UJM or whatever, adventure touring, same grin on everybody's face. So, definitely don't let your bike not being raced out or whatever hold you back.
Yeah, that's like the number one question we get, man. They're like, it's just a 300. I'm like, yeah, dude, they race those things. Come on out. I think a lot of people get discouraged when, they think of track days like just for racers that, ride these 200-mile-an-hour motorcycles and stuff. And, now the Harley guys are coming out, man. Eric and Tony and Lucas and all those guys, man, they've been coming out to our events now for years. And,
Yeah.
I remember the first
They
time
started
seeing a
from
Harley.
nothing, dude. They started from zero. You know, they were in the C group, you know, frustrated. I remember Tony and Eric came out to Buttonwillow, and Eric was out riding this. I'm gonna probably tick off Eric for saying this and sharing it, but I don't care. We'll laugh about it later. But you know, Eric, you know, he had a chip on his shoulder, kind of, you know, and I was like, look, dude, like, all you gotta do is like not be an asshole. And he's like, did you call me an asshole? like it was like time to box or something, right? And but that dude's like super mellow, and like it's kind of like uncharacteristic of that guy to go there, you know. But I guess because those guys kind of felt like outsiders, you know, I could totally understand that.
You know, we shot a whole video.
Moto Gear 25 wants to know if can we have pit bike races?
You know, we used to do this event called the Carnival of Speed at Willow Springs, and we had many little mini bike competitions. It did not end well. I think 3 of my staff had to quit and not ride the next day because of crashing mini bikes. Mini bikes are the most dangerous things in the paddock. When racing, no one cares. They will run right into you on a mini bike. It's not a good idea. But yeah, that was something we
there was something at an event I was at Thunder Hill, and they had basically coned off an area, and they were doing like the slow bike pit bike races, where it's like the goal is to be the absolute slowest without.
Dude, those are fun. Slow drags. We could definitely do some slow drags. You ever done those before, Richard?
Yep.
Well, I don't think it's about drags. I think they coned off like a little S section or something, and you had to get through it without touching your feet on the ground, the slowest.
Yeah, same thing, you know, basically. Yeah. But yeah, those are a lot of fun.
They
Much
can
safer.
Yeah, I mean, I know that we did an open house at Attack a couple years ago, and Herrin brought out these like electric razor scooter races, and that started to get out of hand, like Richard was saying. So like, I don't know about the little bike races. We're all a lot of us are a bunch of racer dummies. So like, we'll always camp out in Too Farville, you know. So I don't think that's the best idea for this.
No, there'll be other stuff to do, man. It's
Ducati Fox says that Richard crashes every time he rides anyway.
Oh,
that's not even true.
I'm liking her. She's on fire.
Why is she such a bully? You know, I can tell you exactly why.
She don't talk shit like that.
Such a bully. It's because she rides a Ducati. She rides a Ducati. Period.
This is Anthony.
It has wings on it.
Stacy's account. I think this is Anthony talking shit to me right now.
I was gonna say, I think so too, man.
You know what? I don't know about that. Because Anthony's on there too, I think.
Oh no.
He's probably double account, you know.
Okay, so Tony Shred says taping balloons to helmets and trying to pop them with baseball bats on many bikes isn't technically racing, bitch.
Dude, that's what we did. It was horrible. I think there was buttons. We had to have the ambulance stick around. It was horrible. We tied balloons to people's helmets, and you were chasing each other with bats on mini bikes. We called it mini bike mayhem, dude. It was nuts.
Yeah,
it was cool.
That's like a video game from the 80s.
Pretty much.
Jeez. Oh, and Ducati Fox says no, it's not Anthony. So
unreal.
Yeah.
I'll remember.
Yeah.
Stacy.
So the disrespect, you know.
Let's see. Yeah, then the slow bike races might still be too fast for Richard, is what Binker says.
God damn it, Chris. What? It's unbelievable.
I'm like, you know, that says a lot coming from a guy who just barely got under 2 minutes on an SV. Like,
wow. What up now, Chris? I didn't bring up anything. That was Dustin.
Yeah, that was me. I'm kind of a bully like that sometimes. But, you know, he was kind of picking on my boys, so. Let's see. He says, I'm regretting this decision right now. I don't think so, Chris. Like, this is going to be a good time, man. This whole road trip thing, I think it's going to give an opportunity for the customers to kind of see us together, working together on a co-op event and go out and have a good time. You know, we're going to show everybody a good time. And, you know, my crew, Richard's crew, and Coop's crew, like, our whole mission is to make sure that you guys have a good time on the racetrack. And like, we're not there so we can go get free track time, because we kind of do that already. It's like, that really doesn't, that, like, if you're going to a place and the people that work for the org only gives a shit about that, you can tell that right away. And, you know, I think we're welcoming beginners to this, right? I mean, so we're
absolutely.
We're going to be kind of showing people the way around the place and trying to help people have a better time. And, you know, like I said, doing the 2-up ride thing, you know, myself and what's his name, Richard?
John Tran.
John Tran?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, we'll be doing 2-up rides. I mean, I've got our sled and they've got theirs, you know. So, I mean, I'm sure that any issues with riding at least will be handled. You know, if you're going to the racetrack and you're not having a good time, maybe you should go back to work.
Right. And, you know, that's one of the things too, man, is I really like to emphasize that. So, you know, when we after our riders meeting, we kind of keep those C group guys around, and every single person on all of our crew staff, man, are super approachable. And they're all different levels too. You know, there's a lot of us that are crazy fast racers, and there's, you know, some people out there that just like hanging out in C group. You know, that's their bread and butter. You know, we used to have the C group samurai. He's now a racer when he's addicted. But, you know, Nick used to be our C group samurai, we called him. He just hung out in C group. And, you know, we just, I mean, we're there for you. You know, people like, you know, talking to people and working through stuff and everything. But I think a lot of the beginner people get a little overwhelmed and kind of just urged to go talk to people. But, you know, we're here to help out. And, we love this stuff just as much as you guys, and we've been doing it a long time, and it's rewarding. It's rewarding for you know, my staff, all of our control riders, to see those people, you know, when they get off the track and they're so excited, you know, and they touch their knee to the ground and they're just like, oh my God, I did it, you know. And that's so awesome. You jump right into that enthusiasm, and you're just like, yes, awesome, good for you. You know, it's great. I mean, we're not a bunch of douchebags out there. We love the sport. We like growing it, and we just want to get more people out there. That's why we're doing events like this. It's just to get more eyes and more attention on you know, the thing we love to do.
And this event's not super racer centric, right, Coop?
No, not at all. No, absolutely not. I mean, you talk about C group, one of our biggest hits, you know, with us and our org is, you know, we do the same thing, something similar. I mean, we have YCRS staff out at our C groups. Obviously we work really close with Nick and Mark Schillinger, and they come out. We usually break our C group riders, you know, three to a coach, you know, and we break them up by bike displacement. So, you know, your coach isn't on an R1 and you got a couple guys on 300s, you know. But yeah, same with, you know, our B group riders and stuff like that. You know, we usually have a lot of coaches out there trying to help them out. So
yeah, I mean, our crew, I mean, sometimes we get kind of accused of focusing too much on the racers, and, you know, I kind of own that a little bit. You know, I'm kind of involved in, you know, so I mean, I've been doing the new racer school thing for a long time, but we also do events that don't have anything to do with racers. So,
and this is a great mix, you know what I mean? I mean, speaking of, I mean, for us in Colorado, we're kind of starting from, you know, what I want to say, a new foundation, you know what I mean? Because there hasn't been a TrackDay org out here in some years, you know what I mean? So all of our riders, it's funny you say that, all of our riders are new riders. We're not, it's not focused around racers, you know what I mean? So majority of our 95% of our signups are all new people, so.
Well, I mean, I think there's one thing though, like if that's in the cards for you, if you're the type of person that wants to go there, we'll show you the road to get there. Mm-hmm. We'll help you steer your way to it, but we're not gonna make you do it. We're not gonna make you be a racer if you don't want to be. I mean,
yeah,
dumb. Yep. We just want you to go and have a good time on the racetrack, right?
Yep.
I think, and I tell people this a lot too, is, people that are, street riders and stuff. I think you can learn more on a racetrack in one morning before the lunchtime session, literally just in the morning. I think you can learn more at a racetrack than in years worth of street riding. And that's, we do that taste of the track thing out here in Vegas, and it's just it's open for street riders. And, I think I've been talking with his name is Dustin Lance up there in Utah about maybe doing a little taste of the track clinic thing in the parking lot there too, similar to what we do in Vegas, and just get a bunch of street riders out there, and, they see what a track day is all about, even, if they don't know anything about it. But it's, even the clinics and stuff, with out here, we get, Damon Schutz with Legal Ride. He's a champ school instructor as well. He teaches these guys things that they never heard about, and it makes them a much more, it makes them much more safe on the street when they're out there and they actually know what the bike's doing, and instead of just going out there and riding, if you don't know, like, to learn from people like us, is one of those things that, it can save your life one day. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons I started Apex, is like, I wanted, when I realized what the track was all about, I was like, oh my God, like this is where it's at, like this is so much more fun. The things that these bikes are built to do, it's just so much more fun.
Yeah. I mean, we used to do something like that too. We did it was called Get to Know Your Bike.
Right.
And, I mean, we had dudes out on the racetrack in like jeans and a leather jacket kind of thing. I mean, we controlled their pace, obviously, but,
right.
We ran through a bunch of kind of champ school light drills before they got out. But I mean, dude, we had some guy on a Super Tenere out there.
A what?
You know what the Yamaha Super Tenere?
A canary?
Canary, like a Super T is what they call it, right? It's like a big adventure. The dude was riding the four corners and just happened to stop in.
Nice.
Yeah. So
lucky him.
Dude, we did a full video with Mark Schillinger took out a GT Tracer at Pueblo Motorsports Park. We filmed that, and I think he took second in the super street race.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
So I mean, that's it's all about sharing the sport that we love with other people, right? And this event is not only that, but it's also this like full shenanigans. It's full shenanigans like circus, right? So, by the way, Barry says that he says he will wear a bikini and model it for the pit bike races.
Oh,
that's something.
Have to check out Barry's.
I don't know who
profile.
This Barry dude is, but he sounds hilarious.
Facebook.
Facebook stock Barry right now.
Let's see what we're working with here, Barry. What is it, Barry? What?
Somebody's saying that that he sold his street bike once he got into racing, which totally makes sense. And apparently I butchered it. Sorry, Barry. Whatever, man. Yeah. So I think what we're saying here is it's worth the drive. It's worth the trip. Whether you're coming, we don't really care where you're coming from. We have that dude teaching you how to wheelies, and he's coming all the way from Texas. So that's a hike, man. I think it's farther than I'm driving.
Dude, we get a crew of guys that come to every one of our track days from Hawaii.
What?
I mean, there's like, there's 3-4 of them, and they come out to every one of our track days from Hawaii. They bought bikes and they keep them here in Vegas, and then come in, drive to every one of our track days. So
we had a couple of guys at my last Buttonwillow event that had driven out from St. Louis for one day. I was like, bro, you're not staying for the second day. They're like, no, man, we got to drive home.
Yeah, I got to get home before Monday.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
I can't remember there was this other guy. I can't remember where he was coming from, but he was coming from far, man. Like this guy had bought some $200 whatever car. Literally, he bought this car for like $200, like a minivan or something, Nissan minivan.
Oh, I saw this.
Yeah. Dude, this guy, like, I can't remember exactly where he was coming from, but it was far, dude. It was like 2,000 plus miles or something. And he had a little Triumph, whatever, on the back on like his bike definitely was worth more than his car and the trailer and everything in the car. So basically he had his priorities straight, right?
Awesome.
And yeah, I mean, that dude was I can't even believe it. Like that dude came from so far with basically his bike and camped out in that car for the 2 days. So, I mean, he was driving a lot more than 11 hours or whatever, or 8 hours, or like Coop thinks he's 10 hours, but I'm thinking he's like 12.
No, it's like 10. I think I'm pretty sure
it's
like 10. Is it 10 hours, babe? To Utah? Yeah. 8? Wow. It's 8. She says 8.
Wow, that's like I
swear it's 8 because it's 6 for you guys, right?
It's 6 for us, yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's 8. It's 8 hours here. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, pulling the trailer because we live in California, so we got to go 55 until we exit the state.
And that's some BS right there. I was just down there at Chuckwalla.
Yeah.
It's
so 55. Yeah, that's always a good time, right? So you basically run on empty and then fill up on the other side of the state line.
8 hours and 40 minutes is what Lindsay just showed me. So
what?
8 hours and 40 minutes. So
no kidding, with the trailer and everything.
With trailer and everything, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, road tripping is what it's all about too. I mean, we've road tripped to Chuckwalla now twice. Well, I shouldn't say road trip because I flew, but but we love getting out and going to other places. Went to Dakota recently in November. I mean,
yeah, I mean, our last road trip to that track when it was known as Miller, there's a few things that totally stand out to me, on the trip. One of our buddies thought it was a good idea to try to hyper mile Super Duty.
Oh, nice.
Pulling the trailer, and somehow we were on fumes in the middle of BFE, Utah, and we ended up stopping at some rando. I couldn't even tell you where it was, but they had an above ground diesel tank, and the diesel pump was like bungee corded together.
Yeah. Wow. Dude, we went to one of Rich's days in Vegas, and we did the same thing with the diesel. Missed one, like somewhere after in Utah, there's like 200 miles or maybe 150 miles without a gas station. And I missed that exit. So we had to stop, pull over, wait for an hour.
Green River or whatever it is.
Yeah.
From like Cedar City or something. There's no gas.
There's no gas. So we had to wait an hour for the half of our crew to go get fuel, fill up our gas tanks with diesel, come back. Yeah, it sucked.
And then on the way back, there's a hill that says don't use the engine brake, the exhaust brake or whatever. Mm-hmm. Don't use the exhaust brake on this hill on the way back. We're climbing up this hill, and the Super Duty goes into a limp mode.
Oh no.
So we're like on the side of the road trying to Google how to get out of that, and basically it's just cycle the key. But we had to cycle the key a few times on the way up that hill. So I mean, those are just, I think there's probably still a TrackDay sticker on the back of that pub in town. They have like a delivery car. 2009, I put a TrackDay sticker on the back there, and I guarantee you that thing is still there.
It's funny. I think I sent you a picture. There was a TrackDay sticker at HPR. I think I sent it to you when we went up there and we did the endurance race and stuff with Coop last year. And that was I'm sorry, Coop. HPR is a tough subject for you. I know.
Well, what I meant was 3 people on this video have been thrown out of racetracks. So, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're troublemakers, apparently.
I keep my band
Obviously.
letter framed too. Actually, it's on my wall. Keep it nice and framed.
Oh, you framed it.
I framed that bad boy. Prized possession, you know.
That's hilarious. Yeah, so the road trip thing, I mean, it's the road trip thing is part of the thing too, man. Like, I mean, you know, stopping and taking stupid photos and, you know,
There's a great place right outside of Cedar City. If you guys will have to go through there to get up to Salt Lake, I'm pretty sure, right? Because you guys will basically drive through Vegas and then go north, right? Is that
basically
the route?
What you just said? Yeah, I don't remember the route, but yeah, basically.
There's a place called the Creamery right outside of Cedar City. It's phenomenal.
The
Go
Creamery.
there. Yeah, it's amazing. Stop it.
Okay.
My dog's playing with squeaky toys.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Well, my dog was barking earlier, so.
You don't want my dog to bark.
Well, you got a hound dog, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I know what your dog barking's like. You used to pit next to me, so I know all about that dog and its voice. Yeah, so you know, the road trip stuff, taking pictures, stopping, you know, rando, you know, road trip shenanigans. I mean, all that stuff is a good time. So, I mean, you know, just for that stuff alone, it's worth the trip, right?
I mean, it's July 4th weekend, dude.
Yeah,
you know?
dude.
Be American. Do a road trip. You know, that's
Yes.
it. Doesn't get more American than that. Like, jump in the car, put the family in there, and come have fun.
Exactly. All right, so Coop, how do we sign up? How, you know, if you want to go to this, like, how do you sign up for this thing?
Just go to trackdaycircus.com. Give you all your info right there. Go to the bottom. You can hit register. You can find it also on Motorsports Reg too. You want to take a little shortcut. It's up there as well. I'm pretty sure all of us have it up on our websites. Yeah. So plenty of places to jump on there, get access. The vendor list is always up there too as well. Tell you who's coming out. We're updating that like every week. The list just keeps growing and growing. There's another page that has details on it, and that'll give you, you know, the closer we get to the event, we'll give you the day, like the Friday schedule. It'll give you the Saturday schedule. You've got a little tech cheat sheet there, so you can come correct. Yeah, man. I mean, all the info's right there. So get signed up.
Gonna be a blast, man. I'm really looking forward to it.
All right, you guys. Well, you know what? It's been fun. Thanks for doing this with me, and I'm looking forward to the circus, you guys. Like,
Oh, it's gonna be so much fun.
Really quick though, Findlay said that he's like, we're gonna ringmaster.
I got him ready to go, man. I need some sizes from you guys. But yeah, we got some badass.
There's extra husky. Right? Oh my goodness. Yeah, so the 3 ringmasters right here, and you know, I don't know, something with a tiger, and I don't know.
You'll have to show up. I mean, you just don't know what you're gonna see unless you come. So
right. Yes. All right, you guys. Well, I think it's been fun, and you know, get signed up for the TrackDay Circus and join us this summer.
Yep.
Yeah, it's gonna be a blast, man. We can't wait to see you guys out there. It'll be fun.